Do I regret challenging God to try and stop us? No, I don't regret that at all. No team in baseball could do it, so we needed that challenge. And, I think we've got it.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 10, Episode 4. We are possibly the first team ever to have been officially cursed by God. And, it's not going too badly. Today, we're post-All-Star break. We will be at Pittsburgh to face the Pirates. And there's a lot to catch you up on, because we've got not just the All-Star break, but also the first-year player draft. Now, we've won 12 of 23 since last season, which is still over 500. But only just, and it's way below the 626 that we're currently playing at over the season. So let's start our catch up by having a look at how we've been getting on. So we left off with the Gaston implosion, of course. We then went to St. Louis. We won 2 of 3 there, which is very nice. We swept the Diamondbacks at home. We then went to Kansas. We only won 1 of 3 there. We had a series in Atlanta. We won 1 of 3 here, one of those being in the doubleheader. And if we just click over into July, we can see we actually only won 1 of 4 in that series. We then went to St. Louis. We won 2 of 3 there, so we like St. Louis apparently. Milwaukee, who are the team that is right up there with us in the divisional race, we won 2 of 4 at home, so that's not terrible to get a split of that series. And then Pittsburgh, we only just managed to win 1 game in this one, but it was a very significant 1 win, because if you have a look here, there was only 2 hits for the Pirates in that entirety of the 12 inning, only 6 for us. So there's the batting stats. Garland, Judy having a very, very nice day out compared to everybody else. Namala it was, I believe, with the walk-off, whatever it was. Was it a walk-off? Were we at home or away in this one? Must have been at home. So well done to him. But down into the pitching, look at Cree. That rookie season, a 2-hit, 4-walk shutout for 9 inning. I believe it does still count as a shutout for him. And thankfully for his sake, the rest of the bullpen came in and did the job for us. And Gaston, on this occasion, walked away with a win that, to be fair, he didn't deserve at all. But at least he didn't stuff it up, which is something. So well done, Jake Cree. So we can see the standings. The Brewers are a little bit closer to us, but it's still fairly comfortable. We are a good... a good 10 games or so inside a wild card spot. So it's still absolutely fine. It's just, you're going to have blips, aren't you, through the year. We are still the joint best team in baseball with the Mariners. And if we look at some of the league leaders over here, again, one thing I have noticed, look at the batting averages. And it's the same sort of thing in the American League as well. Very, very high batting averages this season so far. Lots of home runs being hit as well. And if we go down and have a look here at the pitching, Namala had a hit streak that got him in the top 3 there as well, you can see. But yeah, we don't have any leaders, which is, for a team that's as dominant as we have been, it's kind of surprising, I would say. But anyway, you'd rather have a good team, wouldn't you, than standout players. So if you have a look at our pitchers, and, it's quite good, isn't it? It's quite good. The one change that we've made is Eury Perez has come back in for Tanabe. The only reason Tanabe was in is because Perez had a bit of an injury. So otherwise, it's as you were, Gallagher and a Cree. Absolutely flying. A Cree has got to be an outside chance for Rookie of the Year at this rate, and Quintana as well. Our starting pitchers, Scott is sort of the weak link right now. He's in a bit of a slump, and his ERA is doubled, unfortunately, in the last month or so. So he is in genuine sort of struggling town, but hopefully he'll re-find that form. But otherwise, DJ's a little bit of a struggle, and Levi Kelly, but otherwise it's more or less perfection out of the bullpen, I'd have to say. So yeah, excellent work. And if we go and have a look at the hitters, now you may have noticed McQuaid is out. He will be back. I think it's tomorrow in game he's back. And Bracefield has come back in as well. So Bracefield's back in for Hirayama, and Giordano has come in for McQuaid. Giordano, I'm thinking we're going to lose faith in him fairly soon. He was supposed to be, he looked really good. I thought he was going to be, if you remember all the way back, I thought he was going to be the replacement for Petey Crow, and he's just not shown anything to suggest that he is going to be a major league hitter. So we will in all likelihood look to trade him, maybe even sooner rather than later, to be honest. But yeah, very, very good numbers. Dela Cruz is still the disappointment, especially given how much we're paying him, but if he finds his form and gets back to, his sort of standard numbers before the end of the season, he is going to have a stonking end to the year. So it could all still come back for us. So let's go and have a look at the All-Star teams that were selected. This is the American League team. Now, do we recognize any? I don't think we had any former players when I sort of quickly glanced over it before. So, yeah, there's guys that have hurt us in the past, but nobody that's sort of a former Cub. And then if we go down to the National League, Hans Cruz, of course, we had briefly. I think we had him when he was going to become a free agent end of the year. We had 2 All-Stars, which again is quite shocking considering how dominant we've been. But Jean Pinto with a second call-up, and Vlad with it's like a 7th or 8th All-Star call-up for him. So, yeah, well done to those guys. But I don't think that there was any other former Cubs either. Trying to frantically have a look now, but yeah, I'm fairly certain when I checked before that just not a good year to be a Cub. Apparently, nobody, only 2 call-ups and not even that many ex-players as well. Now, the game itself, not a good one for the National League. They went down 9-3. As for our boys, we can see there Vlad Jr. with a run-scoring single in the second, bottom of the second, but that was pretty much it. So he must have started the game, Vlad, I think. Did he? If he's scoring a run in the second, where is he here? National League. I'm looking under the right league. Oh, no, so he pinched hit in the first. So Tovar apparently didn't want to bat. So Vlad did well. And then if we go down and have a look at the pitching, we did get an outing from Pinto. He pitched, got 2 outs basically, a strikeout, a hit, and yeah, no runs conceded. So well done to him. So that was that. So first year player draft now. So our first round pick, we went with Joe Crea, a left-handed hitting, because we don't have enough left-handers already, but a catcher. Not the greatest catcher going around. Hopefully that will improve. And we do have some good catching coaches. So we do tend to see that improve over time. But yeah, that bat could be DH worthy. Never mind, if he can catch as well. So 21 years old, a little bit older than some of the guys that we would normally draft. But yeah, let's hope that he does well for us. Second round pick, Alejandro Lazo, an 18-year-old outfielder. Again, lots of power in the bat. Maybe not the greatest defensive player, but if he can, if he can hit with 75 power, we will be very happy with him, I would imagine. So he's 18. He's a little bit further away. Third round pick, we went for a starting pitcher in Dwayne Chartrand, a Canadian, 17-year-old Canadian. Looks a very useful starting pitcher. Again, we just need to make sure that he's training on and getting the job done for us. Fourth round pick, Jim Even Nickum, he could be a very useful player, a decent defensive outfielder, and that would be a fairly useful bat if we get someone that can have that sort of contact and power as well. So we'll see what we get. His biggest personality trait is that he shows up on time, so he's punctual. And there's a lot to be said for that, I imagine. Fifth round, we went and got another pitcher, Chris O'Neill. So we'll see what we get out of him. He might be okay. He's only 18, so there's room for him to develop a little bit more than he might otherwise. But yeah, as ever, see what we get. So next round, we got Jared Nothard. Now, we can be fairly certain that that's not his porn name. But for a catcher, I mean, he's a better defensive catcher than the guy we got in the first round. The bat is fairly decent as well. Now, if he does come through for us, what a player he could turn out to be. And to pick up in the 6th round as well. Yeah, that would be very, very nice indeed. And the last of the guys that we might expect to reach the majors with us, Dougie Croft, a 19-year-old starting pitcher. Again, not too bad. He's got a lot of different pitches, which is always good. So yeah. We'll see. He processes and retains new information quickly. I do try to pay, especially in the later rounds of the draft, I try and pay a lot of attention to the personality and try and get guys that show like they might have the personality to develop rather than necessarily the natural ability or potential. So, yeah, we'll see what we get with Dougie, but hopefully it'd be nice to see Dougie come through, wouldn't it? Dougie Croft is just a great name, if we're honest. All right, let's go and check these lineups for this game against I keep going to say the Steelers. I don't know why. I don't like NFL. Anyway, let's go see what we've got in the lineup. All right, so leading us off is Khalil Watson at second base. Judy Garland bats second and left. Then we've got Bobby Patterson in right field. Vlad cleans up at first. Bracefield back in the lineup DHing. Dela Cruz at 6th, plays third. Ballesteros catches at 7. Namala shortstops at 8. DeLeon in center field is 9. Perez is on the mound for us so far this season, a 6-2 record, ERA of 309, whip of 116. We're up against Lucas Davenport for them. He has a 6-6 record with an ERA of 315, a whip of 108. So there may not be many base runners this one. And he has an ERA against us of 150. And now I can never remember if that's career or this season, but either way, it's quite good. And yeah, if we have a look, there's quite a few guys. Now, this is, of course, the team that knocked us out, ended our season last year, didn't they? So it'd be very nice to get one back on them. So welcome to Pittsburgh. Khalil Watson to lead us off. He has got his 100th career stolen base since we saw him last. He is a good base stealer. So we just dip behind the stands momentarily there. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Hopefully, it's going to be a much better 9-inning performance than we got against the White Sox, as Khalil Watson grounds it out to the second baseman for 108. That'll bring in Judy Garland. He is batting .260 so far this season, a 2-2 pitch and a strikeout. So it's going to be Bobby Patterson now batting .263, a 1-2 pitch and another strikeout. So not ideal. We've seen better starts, that's for sure. So Eury Perez, back from his injury, is going to face Johnson, who's batting .287. And we've got a 2-2 pitch. And we start with a strikeout. Very nicely done, Perez. It is Ledbetter now, who is batting .276, but in a hot streak. Let's hope the All-Star break cooled him down. First pitch, ground ball to Watson, over to first, 1 away. 2 away even. Hardman, he is batting .238 this season. It's a 3-1 pitch. And it is a first base runner of the game. For Bustamante now, who is batting .308. It's a 1-2 pitch. That just seemed unnecessary. So suddenly 2 on, 2 out, and it starts to get a little bit nervy. Carlos Correa batting .267. It's a 3-1. And thankfully, he grounds it to Vlad, who takes the base himself and ends the first. Vlad will now lead us off, batting .301 this season. He has got his 200th home run, I should say, for the Cubs since we saw him last, as he is our first base runner of the day. So yeah, Vlad is putting up some very good numbers as a Cub at this point. Bracefield comes in, pops it up into center field. And that will be 1 away. Dela Cruz now to the plate, batting .255. It's a 2-2 pitch. And he has got it into center field. Has he? Yes. Has Vlad got enough pace to get to third? No. Perhaps wisely stops at second. So runners at first and second with 1 away. It's Ballesteros batting .272. And Ballesteros watches strike 3. So that will bring Namala to the plate. He's batting .270 this season. It's far and away, I think, the best batting season we've seen from him. And he's got that into left field. And surely, go home, Vlad. It'll open the scoring for us. Namala's RBI single. And it is 1-0 in the top of the second. Still 2 on, still 2 out for DeLeon, who's batting .256 this season. 2-1 pitch. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough. So a 3-1. Can DeLeon load the bases? Oh, I just think he might have. He might have even drove in a run there, you know. There's a Dela Cruz turns, goes home. Another RBI single. And it is 2-0. Still 2 on, 2 out. Back to the top we go for Watson, who's over 1. An 0-2 pitch. Watson, is that going to drop in? Yes, it is. Is that going to score a third run? It is a third RBI single. We still have 2 on, 2 out. And it will be Judy Garland to the plate, 0-1. A 2-1 pitch. Garland, is it deep enough? It's into center field. It is gone! Judy Garland, 421 feet. We have exploded with 6 runs in the second. And it is 6-0 to the Cubs. Bobby Patterson now, and they still left this guy on the mound. A first pitch swing. Patterson grounds it to the second baseman. That ends a monster top of the second. And we have set ourselves up very nicely now. We just need to make sure we don't do anything stupid. Melton will lead them off, batting .285 this season. A 1-1. And a ground ball to Khalil Watson. And that is 1 away. It'll bring up Arroyo, who is batting .218. It's an 0-1 pitch. And that is into right field. And that'll be a first hit of the game for the Pirates. So a 1-out single. And in will come O'Neal Cruz, who is batting .239 this season, a 1-2. And another strikeout for Mr. Perez there. It's his second. Hayes now will come in batting .163, a first pitch swing. And that is going to be caught to end the inning in right field by Bobby Patterson. So it is 6-0 going into the third. And Vlad will lead us off. Walked, of course, first time up. A 2-2. And Vlad heads off to the dugout. And that'll do it for the starting pitcher. Bracefield comes in now. He's batting 0 for 1 today. It's a 2-2 pitch. And that looked inside, didn't it? Caught a strike over the inside corner. I think he's very unlucky to get given out on that, isn't he? Though the umps do love giving the big. So maybe that's it was a show. A call out, a strikeout on show. But De La Cruz, no doubt about that one. That's a very quick inning. And Johnson will now lead them off 0 for 1 today. It's an 0-2 pitch. It is a ground ball to Vlad, and it is 1 away. In comes Ledbetter, who is 0 for 1. It's a 1-1 pitch. And that is into left field. We have... who's in left field today? Garland, isn't it? Yeah, he makes the catch. That is 2 away. And it'll bring Hardman in. A 2-2 pitch. 2 out, none on. And that is into centre field. Who are you? De Leon out there, isn't it? Goes back, makes the catch, ends the third. So still 6-0. And it is Ballesteros to lead us off 0 for 1 today. It's a 2-2 pitch. And it is a strikeout for the catcher. In comes Namala, who is 1 for 1. Started the great 2-out rally, I think, Namala, didn't he? And Namala, is that going to drop in? No, he's going to be caught in left field. So that's 2 away for De Leon, who is 1 for 1. Full count on him. And De Leon pops one straight up. It'll be caught by anybody who wants it. And that'll end the top of the fourth. So Perez will face Bustamante, who walked first time around. It's a 3-0 pitch, suggesting he's going to walk second time around as well. So leadoff man aboard. And Correa will come in now 0 for 1. It's a 2-2 pitch. It's a strikeout for Perez. So that is 1 away. Melton, who's 0 for 1, will face Perez now. The runner at first. There goes the runner. And Ballesteros cannot get the throw over in time. So runner at second. 2-0 pitch. It is popped up into right field. Patterson comes in, makes the catch. 2 away. And it is Arroyo who is 1 for 1. Has their only hit so far. And Perez gets him back for that. So that is 2 on, 2 out. And O'Neill Cruz, who is 0 for 1. First pitch. Cruz into centre field. It's going to drop in, and it might open the scoring for them. It does. So an RBI single. Runners at first and second. 2 out. We've seen this before, haven't we? Let's end this now. Hayes comes in now, 0 for 1. A 2-2 pitch. And a strikeout. So only 1 back. And we'll go to the 5th with a 5-run lead. Khalil Watson, who is 1 for 2. It is a 1-0 pitch. Watson grounds it to the shortstop. That is 1 away. Garland will come up. Of course, he hit the 3-run home run back in the second. It's a full count, 1 out. And Judy draws a walk. Did I say 1 on, 1 out before? Now it's 1 on, 1 out. Bobby Patterson, who's 0 for 2. 0-1 pitch. Patterson, that could be a double play. They get 1, only 1 though. So 2 out with a man at first for Vlad, who is 0 for 1. First pitch, Vlad grounds it to the third baseman, and that will be out at first to end the top of the 5th. So good thing we got some runs in the second, isn't it? There's not been much since then. Perez will face Johnson, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. And it is a ground ball to Vlad. Perez covers first, and that is 1 away. Over in now is Ledbetter, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-0. It is into left field. Garland goes back, and that will be 2 away. And it'll bring up Hardman, who is 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. And we've hit him. Just get out of the inning, dude. You don't have to keep hitting people. Very, very violent is Perez at times. Bustamante, who is 0 for 0. He's walked twice. And he's hit that into centre field. De Leon's underneath it. And that'll end the 5th. So it is a 6-1 lead going into the 6th. And it'll be Mason Bracefield to lead us off 0 for 2 today. A 1-1 pitch. Bracefield into right field. That will drop in. And we have a leadoff single. In now comes De La Cruz, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-1. De La Cruz into foul territory. Oh, and he's dropped it. So he gets a life. Well, Make him pay for that, Ellie. It's a 1-2. No, he doesn't. He just strikes out anyway. It's depressing. Ballesteros, who's 0 for 2. A 1-2 pitch. Ballesteros strikes out. So 2 out, 1 on. And it is Namala who is 1 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Namala strikes out. Well, that de-escalated quickly, didn't it? We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 6-1. And Correa will face Perez. Correa 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. And that is into right field. Patterson is there, 1 away. In now comes Melton, who is 0 for 2. And he's going to face the new man, Eldridge. So, not a bad outing there for Perez. He goes, what, 5.1, 1 earned run? We'll take that, won't we? Let's see what Eldridge can do. A 2-1 pitch. And that is into left field. Garland comes in. That'll be 2 away. Still no one out. And it'll be Arroyo, who is 1 for 1. A 2-1 pitch. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that is the end of the 6th. Alright. We go to the 7th. De Leon will lead us off. He's 1 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. And De Leon into center field. It is not deep enough. And it will be caught for 1 away. Watson, who is 1 for 3. First pitch. Khalil Watson into center field. Is that going to find the grass? It does. And Khalil Watson has himself a 1-out double. And that is his 250th hit for the Cubs as well. So well done to him. What a signing he has been. And a good little pickup, Khalil Watson. In comes Judy Garland. He's going to face the new man on the mound, Luren. Garland, of course, has the 1 home run to his name. An 0-2 pitch here, though. The runner at second. And Garland is going to be caught, but is it going to get Watson over to third? He is quick. And with 2 away, we do have a 7th run, potentially, at third. And it's Patterson who is 0 for 3. It's a 1-1 pitch. Bobby Patterson grounds it to the shortstop. That'll end the inning, and it will be time to stretch. It is still 6-1. Alright, welcome back. Eldridge to continue to cruise at the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. A 1-2 pitch and a strikeout for Eldridge. And that is 1 away. In comes Hayes now, who's 0 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Oh, let me do that. That's what I don't understand. If you're going to hit them with the first pitch. There's no point wasting your arm. Tamar Johnson now. He is 0 for 3 with a runner at first. There's a strikeout. That had some beef on it, didn't it? Excellent. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, that one. So 2 out. Runner at first for Ledbetter, who is 0 for 3. And he has got that into right field in front of Patterson. So we have runners at the corners with 2 away. And we have Hardman at the plate, who is 0 for 1. An 0-2 pitch. And that is up the middle, so it is now 6-2. Runners at first and second with 2 away. And Bustamante, who is 0 for 1, comes on. It's in a 1-2 pitch. That is into center field. Is that going to score a run, or is it going to load the bases? It loads the bases with 2 out. This is potentially devastating. Tying run at the plate. Eldridge continues. Correa is that man at the plate. He's 0 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch, and we get out of that. That feels significant, doesn't it? So it is 6-2 going to the 8th. Vlad to lead us off. He is 0 for 2 today. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Vlad pops one up into foul territory. It is 1 away. It'll bring up Bracefield now, who is 1 for 3. An 0-1 pitch. He gets hit. So 1 out, 1 on, and it'll be Dela Cruz to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. It's a 1-1 pitch. Dela Cruz! Is it going to find grass? No, it's a leaping catch, and it's 2 away. So Ballesteros, who is 0 for 3. An 0-1 pitch. Ballesteros into center field. Is that going to find the grass? Yes, it is. So 2 on, 2 out. Namala to the plate. Namala 1 for 3 today. It's a 2-1. Namala into right field, and for the second time, it is going to be a Namala RBI single that scores 1. It is now 7-2, and we hopefully will have a repeat of the second inning here. So we've got 2 on, 2 out for De Leon, who is 1 for 3. Full count. De Leon draws a walk to load the bases. In comes Khalil Watson. He is 2 for 4. It's an 0-1 pitch. Watson, is that going to find the grass out there? It's a bit floaty. And that'll end the 8th as he's caught out. It is 7-2. So a 5-run lead going to the bottom of the 8th. Melton, 0 for 3, will face Eldridge. And it is a 3-1 pitch. Eldridge needs to come off, I think. He's done a decent job to there, and we do. So Durango Unchained will come on. He's going to face Arroyo, who is 1 for 2. He has a 3.57 ERA so far this season, and he is on an 8 scoreless inning streak as that gets through. Now, I'm not sure if this runner scores, if that's the end of the streak or not, but we have 2 on, none out, and O'Neill at the Cruz at the plate, who is 1 for 3. That is lined straight. Oh, it's a double play. It's a double play by Khalil Watson. So, 2 on, runner at first now for Hayes. Can we end the inning? Yes, we can. Well, that's a momentum shifter right there, isn't it? We go to the 9th, 5 runs up. Garland, who is 1 for 3, will face the new man, Newby. And let's see what Judy can do. It's a first pitch swing. Is he going to get a nice, big, juicy loosener? He has popped it up into center field, and that is 1 away. So to bring up Patterson now. He is 0 for 4. A 2-1 pitch. And Bobby Patterson is going to have an 0 for night, which will bring up Vlad, who was also on the 0 for. He did get a walk, but 0 for 3, a 2-2 pitch. He's going to strike out. It's going to be a 3rd strikeout in a row. And not a great night to be Vlad. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Durango will continue, and he's going to face Johnson, who's 0 for 4. It's a 1-2 pitch. And it is a ground ball to the shortstop. That is 1 away. In comes Ledbetter. He is 1 for 4. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's another strikeout, and our Dutchman is doing very, very well here. Can he wrap things up in style? It's Hardman, who's 1 for 2. It's an 0-2 pitch, and that'll be a good win, and that, I think, 10 scoreless inning now for the Dutchman as well. Very nice win. So a magical second inning, and that was enough to get us across the line. So 6.5 games, we are ahead of the Brewers now. And yeah, we are back in business post All-Star break. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, of course. And we will be back next time for somewhere around here. We've already seen Colorado. Do we come back for the White Sox? Or Oakland's quite good this year, aren't they? I don't think we've ever played Oakland on camera. So let's come back for Oakland, and we'll make this first call for MVP nominations as well. But until then, guys, take care.